new sounds and all that.
Yeah.
Well, which sound actually caught your attention in the process of composing this, putting together this project?
I mean, one common thread in my albums is that I try to innovate like the fusion or the hybridization of sounds. I'm a hip hop guy, no doubt, but I also grew up on African music. So I'm always finding the most creative way to hybridize. You understand? So this was another adventure in that, to see how like I said, trying to be concise with both sonics, lyrics, etc. So I was trying to figure out, how do you make something big, but how do you make it familiar? And how do you make it new at the same time? So we do that. We Charlie Chinchim and it's beautiful.
Keep tweaking. Keep tweaking.
It's part of one of my favorite things of the process, really trying to how to find new innovation. You understand? So
how do you settle on a sound? How do you settle?
How do I settle? It has to feel good first and foremost. It has to ginger me.
Okay.
I have to be that excited because I've been doing this for a while. So if I'm not excited by something, that means it's just the same repetitive something. And two is like, how long does it last me? Like in terms of, sometimes when you're doing something in the studio, immediately you're excited. How do you feel 3 days later, a week later, 6 months later, a year later? That for me is a testament to it, because sometimes there's that immediacy bias. Understand? Something just happen right now, so if you say you do but sometimes you need to live with it and sit with it, but let it lie. A week later, are you feeling that excited, or now is it beginning to sound mundane? So for me, it's like, Charlie, how are we going to do something really dope with nobody here before? Like if you hear the trailer, the song that really for me is like the centerpiece of this album, so the song called I Read. Maybe we can play it after.
And I Read.
And it's innovative, it's familiar, it's hip hop, but it has
brass band.
Charlie, you understand?
You get some brass band vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
It still makes me want to do my hip hop moves to it.
Yeah. So it's innovative. It's like bringing these worlds together. Like then, like you did hear Book on Brass where it's been tweaked.
Yeah.
And then you're hearing like some hip hop jams, and then you're hearing me like sound. You're hearing the sound of the agency of like people, youth, the way they day streets for Ghana. So for me, that's an innovation, man. That's all I try to do. That's not all I try to do, but that's one of the main things that leads me or guides me, right, Charlie? It's like we for innovate. The people who I love the most are innovative. But Marley innovated, so guess what? It changed the whole landscape of reggae. So, for instance, he decided that he and Lee Scratchberry and people like, look, we want to globalize the sound without compromising it. So he chose certain paths. So he innovated. You have Ghana, then you had like the Rockstones, the Obrafo, the Kenyans, etc. And give credit to the producers, to Zap Mallet, etc., who innovated. It's like, Charlie, we love hip hop, but how do we figure out the Ghana way into it? So innovation is really like, Charlie, there's something about it that you can't escape when something is innovative.
But looking at or listening to you this morning about when you settle, meaning there's a lot of time for the production of the tune. There's a lot of time for it to sit and mature in your ears as well, for you to, be of the view that Charlie, still, I feel excited about this thing for like 2 or 3 weeks. How long did it take for you to put this project together?
Yeah, I mean, the majority
14 songs.
Yeah, the majority of this project, was put together in a month in 2023, right? I traveled to Seattle and LA, came back to Accra, and then within that 4-week period, it was done. So then I had the album, right? But then, like I said, you sit with it when you're trying to figure out stuff, business, distribution, etc. And then you sit with it, and then you're still working because you figure out, like, look, like I had the album mastered in July of 2023. Then over time, certain new things come into existence. Then you, like I said, it's architecture. You allow yourself to reshape it. Now, now we have version 2.2. Then 2024 comes, and you have version 3.2. But the majority of the album, the glue of it, was done within 4 weeks. And I'm never in a rush, so it's not really about the time. It's just that 4 weeks worked because, like, look, I went into that 4 weeks with a certain mindset, with a person who I was in sync with.
This is Hitz.